Well, Algebra 1B students, I'm looking at the detective slope activity test that is due on the 8th, that's this Friday. And here you have a description of, what you're to do with the information, with the problems that you get and how you're supposed to, check off each one of these and then, figure out the mystery, solve the mystery. I'm not going to go into that. I am going to go into the problems though for you and kind of help you along. Hopefully just provide you with accommodations, interventions, clarifications, all that good stuff. Let's take a look at these problems. You're to calculate the slope of each graph below by using rise over run. The answer that has the biggest negative slope is the murder weapon. So first of all, negative slopes. This is a negative slope. This is a negative slope. So it's going to be one of these two. This is a positive slope. This is a positive slope. This is a positive slope. This is a horizontal line. That's a no slope. Just to get you started, just so you have an idea of what you're getting yourself into. Now, to figure out the slopes, you have to figure out the slope for each one of these. Remember, it's the rise over the run. So you're just going to count from this point to this point. How many does it go up? So it's on this line, right? It's on this line right here. So from this point, it's up how many? Put that number as your numerator, your top number, over how many it goes over the run. How many over is it? So from here, start counting 1, 2, 3. Okay, so put, your rise number, the rise over the run. Okay, I'll capitalize that for you. Okay, so your rise over run on each of these. Same thing with number 2. This one's going to be negative though, because it's going down. You always read it from left to right. Reading it from left to right, just like the way you write your name. So it's a negative rise. A negative rise, it means that it's going down. It's a decline. So from here to, it's this line right here. Okay. You might want to draw this to help you out. So how many does it go down over how many it goes over to the next point? Now, in each of these, in all of these that you're figuring this out, you may have to simplify your fractions. So I know this one you have to simplify it. The other ones I didn't work out, but you'll have to see if you can divide both the top and the bottom by the same number to kind of simplify it down. Okay, same thing for this one. This one is going down, so it's going to be a negative rise over run. So it goes down how many and over how many. This one's positive. It goes up 1 and over how many to get to that point. So it's up how many? 1. So it's going to be 1 over something. So I'll give you half of that one. Okay. And then this one for the box cutter. This one goes all the way up to the x-axis. So how many is that up there? And that's going over the number, how many it goes on the run from here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so how many to this point? Rise over run. And now this one, notice it does not go up, but it does go over. So, it's 0 over whatever your run is. And anything 0 divided by anything is going to be 0, or you're going to want to write no slope on that one for number 6. So that's a gimme. Okay, for these, you are to solve for y for each problem. The answer that has the biggest y-intercept is the location where the murder took place. And, all these answers are going to go back and on that front page and X out, or put a mark on it, however they told you to do that to figure out the mystery. So here is your slope-intercept form. And remember, the y-intercept is the last number. Okay, it's not the number that ends up with the x. It's the last number that's in that. So you want to get y by itself for this one. Okay, for all of these. And if I could show you, to start you off, because they're all the same. There's nothing really to read here. Let me give you an example here in number 1. So I'm adding a 5x to each side. Then I'm dividing everything by 10. 5 divided by 10 is 1/2. So 20 divided by 10 is 2. So the y-intercept, okay, it's there. It's that last number once you work it out. So that's going to be what your y-intercept is, okay? So you're going to want to do that for all of these problems on this page. And then this one, graph the following lines. Each line will go through a suspect except one, and the only suspect left is the murderer. Let me do one of these for you, okay? And I'll do it in red so you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to do this one. So remember how you do this. This is the y-intercept, this back number back here. And this is -2. So I'm going to start on my y-axis. This is my x-axis over here. My y-axis, this is the y-intercept, -2. So I'm going to go down to -2. I'm going to start there. I'm going to put a point there. And this is the slope. It goes up 2 over 7. So up to 1, 2 over 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Right on this person's chin. Okay, so it's obviously not that person. And then you would connect those 2 points. You might want to extend it, whatever. So that's the first one graphed. Okay, do the same thing for all of these. You know, this next one, -17, you're going to have to count from here.